y'all, how's it going? I have been trying to be more open and vulnerable with my content in this latest season of my life post-Stella. And so I'm continuing along those lines by just giving you some life updates. I am moving soon out of my apartment, and I'm really excited. I'll finally be in a space where I don't have to worry about making too much noise, and I can play drums, and I can garden and get my hands in the dirt. And yeah, things are changing, things are shifting. I don't know if you can feel that in your lives too, or if it's just a me thing, but I feel like I'm decluttering my space, letting go of a lot of things and processing a lot of things, and I just saw a butterfly. And I feel really positive about how things are unfolding. I think in the past I was so fear-based with a lot of my decisions. I really preferred to hide and to distract myself from what I wanted to do, what I needed to do, and how I was feeling. And it just prolonged my suffering. And I literally spent decades of my life trying to be invisible and not being my authentic self because I was afraid. I was afraid to upset people. I was afraid to be abandoned. I was afraid that I would embarrass myself. And a lot of that has to do with, those experiences that some of us go through while we're younger or even as an adult. And things really started to change for me when my dad passed away. And that was a really hard experience for me. It was very unexpected and complicated. And it alerted me to how much I was really struggling and how I had been trying so hard to convince people and to convince myself that I was okay, while really slowly trying to fade into the background, trying to disappear, essentially. And it was through that difficult experience of losing my dad that I became devoted to embracing who I am. And that's also been like a non-linear journey for me. It doesn't happen all at once, not for me yet. But it was the first step in the process of me understanding that my life is precious, that my soul is precious, that I can't do anything. I can't be anything, really, if I don't take care of myself. And that has become a priority ever since. And yeah, like I said before, it's not like a straight line to the top. And it's involved me really letting go of perfectionism and and people pleasing. Having this codependent urge to what's the best way to put it? To seek external validation and to get self-esteem from how other people outside of me are responding to me. It's such a anxiety-inducing way to live, in my experience. And I am here to say I'm so done. I am so done with that. And I feel thankful for all the people in my life who have challenged me, who have upset me or hurt me, whatever it is. I'm grateful to them for reminding me of how strong I am, for reminding me that I get to decide what my life looks like, that I have choices in everything that I do, everything about how I respond and how I can grow stronger even amidst chaos, amidst what feels impossible. And I have a lot of years of therapy behind me and a lot of emotional processing with other people. And, you know, after my dad died, I went to treatment. Not for a drug addiction, but for an eating disorder. That was my coping mechanism for about 15 years. And a lot of my life and my journey thus far has been learning to love myself. I know it sounds maybe basic. It kind of is. And at the same time, it was a huge challenge for me for a long time. I internalized a lot of the negative messages that I received over the years, and I beat myself up for it. I literally hurt myself about it. And I want to have compassion for the parts of myself that were trying to help, you know. The eating disorder was just trying to help me cope with circumstances that felt out of control. The anxiety was doing the same. It was just trying to protect me from being hurt. And I thank those parts, and I don't need them in the same way that I used to. I have other tools and skills, and I'm very, very grateful to be where I am now, and to be in a place of trusting that literally everything that happens to me is leading me to something greater. And I would have never dreamed of being so visible like this to you all. I grew up very shy, very introverted, very self-isolating. And I feel that it's part of my journey to allow myself to be seen. And my intention is that me being, you know, open on this level can be helpful to somebody out there. And I'm ready. I'm ready to be seen. And I think we all benefit from doing our best to show up authentically. And the people who don't like what they see from us, it's fine. They don't have to. I don't know, y'all. I feel good. And I'm really grateful for things as they are. And it's also coming up on 1 year since I quit smoking weed, which as a former mega stoner feels like a big deal. And I'm moving into my house the day of the anniversary of my 1 year without weed, which feels like not a coincidence. And I'm not saying that weed is bad. I'm not saying that. I think it can be great. You know, it really depends on the individual. And for me, it had become an unhealthy coping mechanism. It was a quick fix when what I really needed was to make a big change in my life. And it felt easier to just get high versus do the work. I was so guilty of that. And again, it's like what I said earlier about those unhealthy coping mechanisms that pop up. I don't want to judge myself too harshly, because I'm happy with where I am right now. And my goal is to be gentle towards myself and others. And I completely understand wanting to smoke a joint when you're feeling stressed or just to have some fun. Believe me, I understand. So anyway, my apartment's a mess. There's shit everywhere. And I'm ready to let go of everything that doesn't serve me. I'm ready to show people who I am and what's happening for me. I'm ready to accept myself. I'm ready to accept the things that life wants to give me. And I know that I can handle it. I remember I saw a psychiatrist when I was 19. And she said to me, you know, life doesn't get easier. And when I heard that, I was like, how could you possibly say that to me? Internally, I didn't get angry with her, but internally I thought, isn't it your job to like make my life easier? No, it's no one's job to do that for you. Nobody. I don't even know how I got on that subject. I'm really trying to hold myself accountable for my well-being. And that doesn't mean that gives people an excuse to treat me badly. Being accountable for my well-being means I don't entertain people who don't respect me. You don't have access to me, if that's the case. So that's my life update. It's almost spring. I'm going to see Kraftwerk soon. I'm super excited. Let me know how things are going for you and what you think of this. And how you feel about me sharing these things. I'm curious. And I'm going to continue to do what I feel inspired to do. So anyway, thanks for listening. And I'll see you on the other side of the eclipse. I hope that you have good luck, lots of happiness, lots of joy, peace, trust, serenity, and I love you. Bye.